For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 1 of the brand new Roma series here on FIFA 18. The kit has arrived. Big thank you to Colin, the team manager of the Roma esports team, actually, the Fnatic team. You can see it's actually the Fnatic esports jersey that I'm wearing. So we are able to crack on now with the Roma series, and hopefully we can have a very successful time here in Italy. It's the first time we've been in Italy on FIFA 18. And hopefully we can kind of loosen the grip that Juventus have held over Italian football for the past few years, get ourselves a couple of trophies in this series. We were able to start at Roma thanks to your votes, of course. They narrowly edged out Southampton, and Sevilla were a distant third with regards the voting. So we're in Italy for the very first time. We've got a decent amount of money to spend, actually, and I'm going to need your feedback because the squad needs building upon before we actually think about replacing anyone. You see, we've got £57.2 million available to us. I did tick the 60% transfer budget boost option as you enter into a career mode because the budget was only £35 million. And after being blessed with the seemingly endless funds of the Premier League, I thought I might need a little bit more money in the top flight in Italy to actually help us be competitive in season number 1. So I've done that. Also ticked the little option that gives me a world-class scout to find a world-class youth player as well. However, if you would like me to use the Scout Future Star tab in the top right as well from the EA Sports Football Club, do let me know, and we might have 2 good young players that could flourish into top-class players. Now, we are in a pre-season tournament currently, with Besiktas, Sporting and Arsenal in the group. We'll play the first game of the friendly season today, and then I'm actually going to record episode 2 ahead of time to give me the ability to take on all of your feedback with regards to transfers, etc., and then act upon that accordingly in episode number 3 and onwards. On the other half of the draw, actually some really strong sides as well. Spurs, Valencia, Monaco and Liverpool. There's, I think, just under £8 million available in prize money if we win the pre-season tournament, which will come in very handy. So I will try and do exactly that. Now, what the board want from us this year, I actually go into the right tab, is not actually as much as I thought it might be when I initially saw the critical and the high expectations. Youth development-wise, we should very easily be able to accomplish that. Just the 1 youth academy player by 5 points overall and use them in 5 games shouldn't be a problem, especially with the potential of a Scout Future Start and already having 1 world-class scout out looking for talent. Low financial as well. They want us to finish the season with a profit margin of £44 million. With prize money from European competition and domestic competition, that shouldn't be an issue. Of course, it does depend, of course, how much we end up spending in the transfer windows. Brand exposure, £79.2 million earned from shirt sales. That shouldn't be a problem for a club the size of Roma either. Quarterfinals of the Champions League is what they want this year, which should be manageable. We have Paris Saint-Germain, Feyenoord, and actually Sevilla in our group. One of the other teams that were on the vote for this series, so that'll be interesting. And domestic success, actually don't want us to win Serie A until season 2, or we can in season 1 if we are able to, but they don't demand it until season 2. Well, they would like us to finish top 3 though this year as a minimum and qualify for the Champions League for next year. We would have that as a minimum expectation of ourselves anyway. And they want me to reach the semi-final of the Coppa Italia, which, again, should be manageable. So hopefully we can do well in all competitions this year. Weren't necessarily as successful in all competitions in the Chelsea series as we may well have liked to have been. So I'm hoping to kind of improve here in Italy, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. I'll show you my starting lineup as is right now, and my thoughts, initial thoughts, as to what I'd like to do to the side. As you can see, Stefan El-Shaarawy, Edin Dzeko and Perotti as my front 3. The default formation here at Roma is this 4-3-3, and I'll use this to start off with, but if we struggle with it or we think there's a different formation that might be more successful, then I will switch. In the midfield, very strong midfield to start us off. Kevin Strootman, Rajan Angolan and Daniele De Rossi. We do have Alexander Kolarov, formerly Manchester City, of course, at left-back. Juan Jesus here at centre-back alongside Kostas Manolas and Alessandro Florenzi at right-back, a player I'm very much looking forward to using, with the Brazilian Alisson in goal. And then squad depth-wise, there isn't that much. My bench looks as follows. Actually, Pellegrini's a player that I'm hoping will really grow well. I might start to train him sooner rather than later with regards to central midfield roles. We also have Maxime Gonalons, a holding midfielder. He was at Lyon, I believe, before coming to Roma. So hopefully he can do well enough for us as a rotation spot. We do have Hector Moreno at centre-back, and I do have a couple of others as well. Federico Fazio, unfortunately, just too slow for FIFA. In real life, he's very good, but in FIFA, he's going to be too slow for me to use, unfortunately. And Leandro Castan, who has seen his overall rating drop in the past few years, but still should be good enough to deal a decent performance every now and again in a rotation role alongside Hector Moreno. We have Karsdorp, the right back, formerly I think actually of Feyenoord, to fill in for Florenzi. And left back wise we have Emerson. Goalkeeper wise Skorupski, who's 76 rated, 26 years old I think. Not the best goalkeeper. I might look to improve at goalkeeper, but obviously I'd want to improve outfield first. But where outfield I'd improve, I'm not sure. I would consider replacing Kolarov at left back, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Obviously, the midfield three is going to stay as is. That's very strong. Edin Dzeko is a fantastic goal scorer in real life, but doesn't suit my personal play style on FIFA. So how long he'll last in my starting 11 remains to be seen. We do have De Frel as a backup striker. Rapid, very, very fast. Decent finishing of 78. Good ball control and dribbling too, as you can see there. 3-star, 3-star. Would be nice if he had 4-star skills, but unfortunately he doesn't. Can play out on the right-hand side of midfield though, which is good. Unfortunately injury prone, but hopefully that won't rear its ugly head at us many times throughout the course of this series. We do have Bruno Perez as well. Can play at right mid or at right back, crucially, so he'll be a good squad player. And then depth-wise, there really isn't much else. We have Under. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that. I presume I'm pronouncing that wrong. But he's quick, actually. Good physicals with regards a tricky little winger. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. But could grow quite well. He's only 19 years of age. So hopefully he will grow quite well. And we'll have to wait and see how he develops. Then we've got Gerson here. I'm not sure how well he'll grow. He's only 20 years of age though, so they are quite young. And then we have Corlu as well. How old is he? He's just 19 as well, although 58 rated. Good good physical, sorry, to start off with. 90 balance is very, very good, but his technicals are really going to need to improve if he's going to stand any chance of coming anywhere near my starting lineup. We do have Schick as well, a Czech striker, 21 years of age. Let's say 4-star skills. It does. That's quite nice. At 6'1", was it? 6'1", 4-star skills is decent. Technicals are okay, actually pretty good. 79 finishing, 80 dribbling, and his physicals are alright. So he might actually have a bit part to play this year. We'll have to wait and see how things develop. But you guys will have to let me know where you think I should improve. I'm contemplating centre-back, because Juan Jesus, whilst it doesn't say initially he can play at left-back there, he actually can, as you can see on screen. Previously he has listed him as just a centre-back, but it does say he can play left-back. He was formerly a left-back in Ultimate Team. So I could use him out on the left-hand side and then maybe bring in another centre-back. It all remains to be seen. It all depends on what you guys think I should do in this window to start us off. So I'm going to head into this game against Sporting Lisbon now and see what my initial starting 11 plays like. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, of course. Do subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this content. This series will be daily, as all of the other series are as well. The My Player / Become a Legend will continue to be daily, and also the Football Manager series will continue. The stream replays will continue to go up so long as I'm able to stream on a relatively regular basis. We have a loan offer in here for Nura, which I'm quite happy to accept because he's really not going to stand any chance of being anywhere near my starting lineup. So we'll jump into this game against Sporting, hopefully come away with a victory and give ourselves a very good start to this series. They can play in their home kit. There's no worry of a kit clash there. Hoping Stefan El Shaarawy can be a real star for this team. We'll have to wait and see. Like I say, drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't. Let's see how we get on field. Renzi gets a good tackling to start us off. Key to point out, I am playing on Legendary with the same sliders that I was using in the Chelsea series. So it's going to be slightly more difficult. That was a rather nasty challenge, and we'll get a free kick early on here. Sebastian Coates with a forceful tackle from behind. He might find himself in a little bit of trouble here. It is only a friendly, but a yellow card after just 3 minutes. I'll quickly show you those sliders, because I do get often asked in various different comment sections what they are. You can see here, sprint speed and acceleration are normal. 35 shot error, 15 pass error. This is all for the CPU. My stats are completely unchanged. 15 pass error, normal for the rest until we get to goalkeeper ability, which is up to 60. Then positioning run frequency for the CPU is up to 60 as well, and first touch control error is dropped down to 30. So the CPU, whilst also being on legendary, have been artificially improved as well by the dropping of the sliders. So it's going to be just as difficult as it was at Chelsea, and obviously in the latter stages of the Chelsea series in Season 3, we had an unbelievable team with like an average rating of 89 or 90. Here at Roma, starting off with these stats, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be really difficult to be as successful as we would like to be. And I'm genuinely intrigued to see how good Florenzi's free kicks are from this sort of range with a driven shot. A lot of movement in there, but wide of the target. Daniele De Rossi can take a good free kick too. Take the corner with Florenzi. I will have to have a fiddle with my set piece takers just to see who's going to be best in what situation. Manolas doesn't have the best of shooting, but we'll dink that in, and it's going to be headed behind by a defender. It is. It's going to be another corner. Actually, let's put Daniele De Rossi on the corner, shall we? Because he's probably going to have a better delivery, actually. Kolarov will probably have a decent delivery too. Actually, let's put it with Kolarov, and we'll whip it on his left foot. And it is whipped, and underneath this could be Manolas. He is, and it's going to drop and cleared away just hastily by the defender. This is Dalla. Oh, it's a nice turn by Acuna, and a simple save for Alisson holds that well. Sporting's first chance of the game. I don't know what to expect from Sporting Lisbon. I don't know whether that was a poor pass. I don't know whether they're going to be a problematic team or whether I should be able to deal with them quite well. We'll find out. It's a nice interception by Manolas. I'm hoping he and Florenzi are going to be my two key defensive players this year. It's not the best of passes from Edin Dzeko in that instance. Of course, in the opening stages of pre-season, it's a case of... Oh, wow, I've overcommitted there. It's a case of me learning how this team plays as well as seeing how good they are. It's how well I can adapt to playing with them after obviously having that incredible Chelsea team for so long. I'm now having to learn how a new side plays. So it's going to be a journey, and a journey that hopefully we can be successful on over the course of 2 or 3 seasons. And with star players like Rajan Angolan and Stefan El-Shaarawy in the side, hopefully it can be one where we can achieve relatively early success. I'd like to win the Coppa Italia in Season 1 if possible. Champions League is probably going to be out of our reach in Season 1. Now they've hit the bar. It's a really good effort, and the follow-up is well saved by Alisson as well. Good reactions from him. Surprised he was able to keep that in, and luckily drops back to Alisson. So yeah, Coppa Italia is a target for Season 1. I don't think we'll go for the title. I don't think we'll be challenging for the title in Season 1 here in Serie A, but Season 2 for sure, once we've strengthened with the side. I guess it depends what we can do in the transfer window. I'll look for Perotti down the line here. Okay, first touch, does eventually get it under control. Looking to accelerate in behind. Acuna closing me down. It's a decent delivery, but headed away, and unfortunately Daniele De Rossi... Oh, actually, he is going to get there on the volley. Good technique, but straight against the defender. 21 minutes played. It's 0-0 currently, but we do look the more likely to score, although they have hit the woodwork. That's a lovely through ball to Gelson Martins, who's in behind here, and Sporting lead. Very good finish. Kolarov shown up for his lack of pace there, although to be fair, you could have a decent amount of pace behind you and still not be able to keep up with Gelson Martins. He's that quick. Really good finish from him on the right-hand side. We find ourselves 1-0 down after half an hour. It's not to worry, though. They have been decent going forward, but I'm confident we can get ourselves back in this. Let's go and get an equaliser. Nice tackle by De Rossi. We've played in Edin Dzeko, and I'm going to need support. I'll go back to De Rossi, who's got options on his right. Could slot Perotti in here. He's in. We'll turn and look to finesse it. Oh, now I've hit the bar. The woodwork hit at either end. That was a lovely little finesse effort from Perotti there that really unluckily didn't find its way into the back of the net. My best chance of the game thus far. Not quite able to find an equaliser yet. Nice interception by Florenzi. In there to Perotti, through to Nangolan, looking for Edin Dzeko. Nangolan's gone again, and Rajan Angolan brings us back level. They weren't ahead for long. The Belgian, our highest rated player and our most talented player as well. Really, really good link-up play. Kept that run going, and Edin Dzeko returns it to him. And a decent slotted finish into the bottom corner. We are level, and there's plenty of time to get a winner. Here's Oliveira. Cross to Gelson Martins. Into Oliveira again. Back here to the right back. It's twisting and turning away, but El-Shaarawy gets there. Who's going to win that foot race? It is the defender, but El-Shaarawy just bundled out the way. Kolarov getting caught for a lack of pace again, and that is a very good first-time finish from the striker. I am concerned about Alexander Kolarov in this side. Both of their goals have come from my left-back position. Kolarov is a new signing at Roma at the beginning of this season, of course, so I won't be able to sell him on, and I'll still use him quite regularly, but He might have to take a back seat to start off with until we're able to find another player to fill that left-back role. It's 2 goals to Sporting that have come from that side of the pitch. On both occasions, Kolarov's lack of pace has been the reasoning for the cross coming in to lead to their goal. Here's Pellegrini, though. Oh! We are level immediately! I brought him on for Strootman. I brought Defrel on up top as well. And Pellegrini has immediately made an impact. In there, good footwork to get past the defender and letting the shot fly early on. 2-2. That was very good indeed. Now, one thing I'm curious actually, can Karsdorp play at left back too? It says no, but I'm going to bring him on and try him there. Can Florenzi play at left back? No. Okay, I'm going to try Karsdorp at left back. I'm sorry, Alexander, but your lack of pace has really been an issue for me thus far. Actually, Perez is right mid and right back, isn't he? I could try either of them, to be fair, Karsdorp or Perez at left back. We'll try Karsdorp initially, but really impressed with Lorenzo Pellegrini's finish there. It's 2-2, and there's still time to push for a winner. Bad news. Pellegrini's been on the pitch about 10 minutes. He's scored a goal and has now picked up an injury and is going to have to be replaced. So I'm going to bring on Gonalons. That's actually no. I'm going to bring on Perez and move Florenzi into a central midfield role and see how he gets on there, because he can play at centre mid. Or we'll try Perez at right back. Hopefully he's not going to be out for too long. He just fell awkwardly there. That's frustrating, because I was actually very impressed with the way that he came on and made an impact on the game. But giving the ball back to Sporting, and we'll restart from the goal kick. Good header. Well, one. Florenzi got this back to Daniele De Rossi. Through the gap there to Defrel. To Rajan Angolan. Defrel will go again. He's left-footed, so if I can get it on that left foot, we'll try and bend it. It's a good save by the keeper, and it won't lead to a corner. It's a good effort from the Frenchman up top, though. Positive signs, him coming on and having him an impact as well, similarly to Pellegrini. Thankfully, he hasn't similarly picked up an injury thus far. Don't want to tempt fate. There's just under 5 minutes to go now. Angolan, that is a really poor pass, looking for the man out wide. But I think a draw is probably fair. If the rest of the season is as entertaining and as end-to-end as this game has been, then we are in for one hell of a series here at Roma, because this has been a lot of fun to play. Hopefully that's come across in the video as well, because there's been a lot of chances, even though this is pre-season. No one really cares too much about pre-season, but I am still getting to grips with how this team plays, and Rajan Angolan could very nearly have won it for us there if only Defrel had found him with that through ball. Really nice intricate play, which, as you guys know, is the way that I like to play my football. But we might still be in trouble at the other end, but no, Karsdorp intercepts that and we will work it away. This might be the final whistle momentarily, but will there be a chance? There will not for me to get forward again. So a 2-2 draw in the opening game against Sporting. Encouraging, I think. We have pinpointed a weakness already in Kolarov, and we can address that immediately. Arsenal beat Besiktas, but only by a goal to nil. Draws in both games in the other group. So we will be second, or joint second, in the group to start off with, and we'll play Besiktas and Arsenal in tomorrow's episode. Transfer offer for Daniele De Rossi, which is interesting, but he's going absolutely nowhere. He's most certainly going to be one of my starting players. And he's out for 2 months, Lorenzo Pellegrini. Wonderful. Well, there's something to really throw the cat amongst the pigeons in the opening few episodes, isn't it? So I'm going to have to take Pellegrini out, and we'll bring in Gerson or Jerson. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. What nationality is he? Brazilian. I'll say Jerson. Right. That's frustrating, but something we will be able to deal with. I'll try Kolarov again in the game against Besiktas, providing that his stamina's all right. And his stamina should be right, so I'll rotate him out actually for the game against Arsenal. Yeah, I'll play Kolarov against Besiktas, but I'm going to take your guys' feedback on board. What do you think I should do with this team? Like I say, we have about 60 million to spend. You want to play it? Sorry, mate, I really don't think you're going to. International management, I'm not fussed about. Noura has gone out on loan to Empoli for a year, and a transfer offer for Juan Jesus is swiftly going to be rejected from West Ham United. I'm not looking to sell anyone on, because we really need the numbers, to be completely honest. I would like to improve, though, if we can. Maybe look for some youngsters that are good enough. Initially, players like Pellegrini that are like 20, 21 years of age and in the late 70s, maybe early 80s, that aren't necessarily going to be that expensive, that we can then grow throughout the course of the series into good players. Because at the minute, we can't really afford to go out and splash 50 million on one player because we need numbers rather than just the initial quality. So, going to take your feedback on board. Thank you for watching though. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. There'll be another episode tomorrow, of course. I'm going to go and record it now. I'll see you next time.